this too soon because last time I did this. Hi, everybody. This is Neshi Lokotz. Bonjour. That's hello in Potawatomi. And welcome to Star Nations. Yeah, I was wondering where my picture went. Why am I not on? Oh, don't you just love live stream when it's live? Let's see.
Oh, yes, live television.
There we are. There we are. Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz with my guest, Carla Jo Worth, and you are listening to and watching Star Nations Communications from Home. It's a brand new show. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, a few weeks. It's a live stream show, and it is streamed by Be Live TV. It's an app, and we love it. It's a good one. Hey, Dana just popped in. Hello, not me. So tonight is a special night because we have contributing writer Carla Jo Worth with us, and we're going to be talking about her articles in Star Nations magazine called the Eclectic Pagan. And so we get to talk about modern day paganism too. We have about, it's a 30-minute show, and so we get some time to chat. But before we get started, what I'd like you to do for those people who are joining us, if you could do me a favor, is to like the show and then share the show. Okay, so, and I'm going to do the same thing. I've got my phone, and I'm going to look for the show here. There we are. And I'm going to like it, and then I'm going to share. I'm going to share it, and I share it to my own timeline, but you can share it on however you'd like. And I share it with to the public because that's what how I share my stuff is to the public. And so I appreciate you doing that. That means that, those people, and we all do it, we forget that we were going to listen to a show or watch something, and we get busy with something else. And it's like, oh yeah, and so, with you sharing, it helps people to remember to come and watch and listen and can participate, because we have live comments and you can do that. And so I'm going to actually do a little something here with Carla Jo. Carla Jo, your bio. So for some people who may not know you, because as a contributing writer to the magazine, people may not know you in person. And even though that you are friends of ours and everything Star Nations, we may have a few people who are not a part of the Star Nations community yet and don't really recognize everybody by their face or their name. So I'd like to introduce you. Carla Jo Worth was born in Big Rapids, Michigan in 1953. Her family moved to Chippewa Lake in 1956 and back to Big Rapids in 1965. It was about here that she began her investigation into the energies around her and where she fit in. She graduated from Big Rapids High School in 1971, and that's when she bought her very first deck of cards, tarot cards, with her graduation money. She moved to Salt Lake City, Utah in 1975, and then back to Big Rapids in 76. She lives in a home and property purchased in 2013 with her familiar, her cat, named Loki. And surprise, she's got a black cat, right? It's a little stereotype there, but it's true. She spends time reading, crocheting, writing, studying, giving card readings, and helping with Gathering Thunder Foundation. So welcome to the show, Carla Jo.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Now, it's a live show, and I just want to make sure that we have, because I just heard a little squeak at the end of your audio. So yeah, that's okay. If you want to turn it down just a little bit,
okay.
that might help. Okay. All right. So we have, hello, Jocelyn. She's saying hi to us. This is Jocelyn. Thank you for joining the show, Jocelyn. And we also have Rob Candle with us. Hi, Rob. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we're going to show this one too. Um, I got to try to get I had to scroll down. There we go. And then we have Denise Iwana, business partner, co-creator, Star Nation's Everything, my NAMI. And she's been longtime friends with Carla Jo. Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 or 12 years now.
Really? Wow. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, because knowing each other in that amount of time, when she asked you to become a contributing writer, she knew you. She knows you. And she knows how well you write because you've also written other things, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A couple of articles for newspaper, and I've even tried to get something published, but they didn't need it right then. So I got some really nice rejection letters.
Well, that's part of the journey with that, isn't it? Taking that rejection.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And when Dana asked me to write an article for Star Nation's magazine, before it even got written, she's telling everybody that I'm going to have an every other month column. I'm going, what?
Yeah.
I haven't done it
yet. And you've done really well with that every other month column. And graciously, I have to say, you agreed to go to a monthly column article submission, and thank you very much for that, because we had one of our writers needing to take some time for family and to do other things, and so she ended up having to leave, and so trying to fill that section every month. And when I asked if you would do that, and you said yes, I was very grateful. Grateful.
Well, I was grateful to be asked. There are Spirit keeps telling me different things I have to write. So now I have a better way to do it. I can do it every month now instead of just every other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, Spirit does tell me what to write.
Well, every month, the magazine, we give you, the writers, quite a few topics to select from, to write. And this month coming up in June, we have June 10th will be our publication date. But I had to smile because we had just literally published the June issue, and I think I sent out the preparation notice for the upcoming July issue, and you had sent me your article for July, and so obviously you and your guides, Spirit, saw the list and knew exactly which one you were going to choose.
Oh, yes. I saw the word fire, and the article almost wrote itself.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's nice when that happens,
Mm-hmm. It very much is.
Yeah, I just want to do a little something here so that we're welcoming, so people know what they're watching. What is this? What are these two ladies doing?
We're just sitting here having a good time.
And I'm able to practice with the buttons, so people know which one's which. Carla Jo and me, Neshi. So when you see those topics and you have Spirit connecting with you to show you which subject to write on, many people may be wondering how does that happen for you? How do you know Spirit is guiding you, and your experience with that? Would you please share that?
Okay. Well, for example, here a couple of months ago, I had decided that a particular topic was what I was going to write on. And I would start writing, and I'd get about 2 paragraphs in, and then it would go to something else entirely. And it kept doing that. I'm going, okay, fine. That's what you want me to write about. That's what I will write about. We'll sit down and we'll do this. But that's basically how it does. Something will hit me, and I will, but if I get in the way, Spirit just keeps pushing me until I do what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many articles that they want my guides, my familiars, my angels, and whoever else around
Mm-hmm.
wants to say something about, that I have no choice in what's going on sometimes. I
Yeah.
don't even know what I'm writing until it's done sometimes.
So does that come out? Does that come out to you through automatic writing, or is it clear audience?
Um, Sometimes I hear the words as I write them, and sometimes it is just the automatic writing. It just goes, and I don't even know I've done anything until it's done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've done that with different poems, just looking out the window, and I'll look down, and I didn't even realize I had a pen in my hand, and a poem was written.
Wow. So see, we didn't know that you write poetry.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness. Well, there's always room for a good poem in the magazine. So when and if you ever want to submit a poem that goes with maybe one of the topics that we have, besides your article or with your article, please do. Please do submit it.
you don't know the can of worms you've opened up, Neshi.
It could be fun.
Of course, but you have to read them all.
Well, yeah. Well, I have to read all of them anyway.
That's true. That's true.
And the thing is that I get to see all the articles several times before we actually go to publish. And because of that reason, we have a few people looking at it, because by the time we get close to publication, I can't see anything but the forest for the trees, and so it's nice to be able to put new things in there for even our editors, for them, because they've gotten used to the contributing writers. And when you went to the monthly writing, the editor that I am the closest to, which is my husband Paul, he likes what you write and how you write as an editor.
Good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the guy that says that he can spot a misspelled word at 50 paces.
Thank you.
Hey,
Spelling is not.
and Lily's here too.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, the Mistress of Oz is with us too. Hey, Lily. Yeah. And Todd is here, and we got a full house. Lots of people in the chat room tonight.
Hey.
Yeah, and so I want to try something. Be Live has some new buttons, and so we're able to actually put up pictures. And so what I'd like to do is see if I can get this picture in, and I might have to take us. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. Take us out. Yep, I guess that doesn't work that way. We'll put it back in. There we are. Let's see. All right. What I'm trying to show here is this picture of a woman with her arms held out. And this is the main image that went with Carla Jo's June issue. And Carla Jo, could you tell us a little bit about that issue? It was about, in fact, I've got the magazine right here.
Mm-hmm.
And the title of it, I'm trying to remember the title.
Summer Solstice Ritual.
Summer Solstice Ritual. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because it was very helpful.
Well, that was the ritual I did last year at Summer Solstice.
Mm-hmm.
I am a solitary, which means I'm not connected with any group or any sect of paganism, and I am alone most of the time. I have been with other groups at different times, half a dozen times throughout the years, but I write my own rituals because it works for me. This one, as always, I start at dawn. I'm cast the circle, I set the altar, I call in the quarters and the guardians. I then just face the east and wait for the sun to rise, calling upon it by different names, because I don't follow a particular single pantheon of gods and goddesses. So, and I do have a habit of bringing balance, because that's what we're supposed to be, is balanced. So I will call on some of the male sun gods and some of the female sun gods, both to come and warm us and shed their light and shine it into my soul and shine it onto my land and help things grow. And that's what summer solstice is about. The summer is about the sun and the heat and the light and the strength. So those are the ones you call on. We need that.
Yeah.
And just get on with it.
Well, you know what I really liked about that article? Well, we got a little garbling going on with the audio. Is how helpful it was for maybe somebody who has never or recently started doing their own summer solstice pagan ceremonies, because you talked about your altar and you talked about casting the circle, and you did it in a way that I felt like it was safe. It was because let's face it, paganism has some stereotypes that kind of scares some people, especially when they're first starting out trying to learn. And your article was very informative, and it was like you were a teacher.
Well, Wolf was my birth totem, and Wolf is the teacher. But and from the age I was 3 years old until I got up in high school, I wanted to be a teacher.
Oh.
I was going to teach English and history. And then I made friends with teachers and found out the stuff they had to put up with, and I said I couldn't do that. So I just backed away from it. But I do. Dana has gotten me into teaching a couple of classes there at the academy. And we've got another one coming up next spring on divination tools.
Yes, yay!
I still have to figure out what I'm doing on that one, but yeah, it's going to be. And I've done one on tarot and creating your own deck, and what cards mean and how to use them and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go into what I call teacher mode. It just kind of, the voice changes and the attitude changes, and you just kind of go with it. Yeah. It's a habit.
And it's a good one to have.
I don't know whether it's good or bad, but it's a habit.
It's a good one to have, It really is. Now, you said something earlier on. I'm going to take this off. There we go. You said something a little earlier about being a solitary. And going back to a discussion you and I had, a chat you and I had just yesterday, was about, I had mentioned the term modern day pagan, and what that means to you. And I was hoping that you could share that with our listeners and the people watching us. What does modern day paganism mean to you?
Okay. According to the dictionary, anyone who is not a member of Christianity, Judaism, or Islam is a pagan. The original word pagan meant those who lived outside the city. So it's all of us out here. But they have Gardner and some others codified what they figured was the old religion, which was neo-paganism. Gardner is the father of Wicca, which is a recognized religion by the country, by the United States, recognizes Wicca as a religion. And but we also are, the whole thing is eclectic. It's a little bit of everything. There's Wicca, there are witches, there are druids, there are shamans, there are indigenous peoples, and there are people like me who just take whatever speaks to me, whatever feels right. I do follow the Wiccan Read in that whatever you do, it's fine as long as it harms no one. And that everything you do comes back to you times 3. That's good, bad, or indifferent. Everything, at least 3. And other than that, like I said, it's what feels right. I recognize Yeshua ben Yosef as my spiritual brother and a teacher. Muhammad is also a spiritual brother and teacher, as is Buddha, and so many others. And I do honor and work with certain gods and goddesses throughout the different pantheons. Odin, for example, and Bast, and Sekhmet, and Ra, and Astarte, and Caradwin, and Hecate, and several others. And call upon them for whatever I need them to do.
Rich and deep. You know, rich and deep. There was one thing that you had said that really struck me, and that was that if it wasn't Christianity, Islamic, was it Buddhism? No. Judaism. And Muslim, is that if it wasn't one, if you're not one of those 3, then you're considered a pagan.
According to the dictionary, yes.
According to the dictionary.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of us out there then.
There's a lot of people out there that fit in.
There's a whole lot of us out there.
A whole lot.
Oh my goodness.
Most other organized religion, well, every other organized religion, and every other unorganized one, plus all the indigenous peoples all around the world. Right. And anything else is just, we're all pagans, guys. Yep. We outnumber you.
Now, Julie Hedges, who is also a contributing writer and show host, she's asking a question. She's asking, in the country where the Italian paisan, spelling on that one, comes from, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a countryman. It's a man of the country. And it's come to mean a friend or really close person, a paisano. But, yep. Yes, Loki.
Yeah, Loki.
Yes, Mama's talking.
Well, you did probably join us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that now and again.
And Rob, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Rob is asking, any work with Iris? I don't know who Iris is.
No, I haven't. I haven't run across Iris.
Okay. All right.
I will look that person up and find out.
Yeah. See, Loki just wanted to get on TV with Mom and say, I'm here too.
Yeah, don't forget me.
Don't forget me. Oh my goodness. You know, this is a brand new show, right, Carla? And I was trying to keep it to 30 minutes because I know it's summertime and trying to, share that time outside, people going outside and that kind of thing. And, we usually do our shows on the radio, right? And that goes really fast. And guess what? When you're doing 30 minutes, it's like the speed of lightning, the speed of light. It's like we just get started. We just start going, and it's time to end the show. But what I want to do is make sure that people know about you as a contributing writer in the magazine, and that your background in paganism is very strong, and that what you teach through the magazine is also comes from your heart. It comes from experience. You're sharing your life experience with people.
Oh yeah.
With paganism. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
And to be able to take the time out on a Tuesday night and come and chat with us. Thank you.
Well, I'm retired. I don't do anything else, right?
Well, if you want to hang out just for a second, I need to do a little promotional work here. And that is, I showed you the magazine. Here's the magazine again. This is the print copy. It is print on demand through our partners with magcloud.com. And at magcloud, you can get the print on demand. You can do web viewer and also PDF. And I know Carla Jo does the PDF version of the magazine, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so we also have it in digital for Apple and Android mobile devices. So however you like to read, however you like to get your information, we have you covered. So if you want to go to starnations.org and go to the magazine, click on the magazine button, and they'll tell you all kinds of good stuff there. And I'll put the, I get used to these buttons. All right. We're going to do the website address. And all you have to do is click on the magazine button, and they'll tell you all about what's available and where to get it. The other thing that we're doing at Star Nations is that's the publishing end, right? We published 2 books already this year. The first one being The Tarot Journey. I know, great book, isn't it? By Julie Hedges.
Oh, it's a wonderful book.
It's a great book. And what we did for Julie, since she's a contributing writer for the magazine, we took her, I think it was 18 months worth of articles and turned it into a book. So it's much easier to be able to get to the information that you're looking for. And if you're just beginning the ancient language of the tarot, this is a really good book for you. If you're an intermediate user and you want to strengthen what you're doing and to improve, it is a great book for you. If you're a teacher, this is a great book to gift to your students. There you go. Julie Hedges. Yeah, and it is on print and also ebook, and you can get that at lulu.com or Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Yep. And then our most newest book that we have published is Missing Nana by Minnie Kansman and illustrated by Christine Pollock. And it is a children's book that is about the loss of a significant person in your life, someone who has crossed over, passed away, walked on. Minnie says that it's a book for children from age 3 to 103. And I love the quote at the back of the book. It says, "Missing Nana is for all children who have faced the death of a significant person in their lives. It shares an emotional, loving, and playful glimpse into the world of nature, offering a unique perspective of how this unseen world assists us every day." And it is unique because I haven't seen another children's book that brings in the nature spirits to help us with our grief and to move through that and to learn what we need to learn from it. And so this book is also in print and also by ebook at lulu.com and Barnes & Noble and Amazon. So there again, we have you covered. However you like to read your books. Those of us who do both hard copy and digital, you can get them both. So let's see, I think I covered that. I wanted to also let people know that You know, we're still doing live broadcasts on Blog Talk Radio too. We have 13 shows. Star Nation Radio Network, we have 13 shows. And Blog Talk Radio. You can go to our website and you can see the listings of all the shows there. They're listed in the magazine in the back of the magazine as well. And the Academy. Can't forget the Academy. We already mentioned that with you teaching there. The Academy East is in Lowell, Michigan. And what's coming up, I believe, is Julie Hedges is going to be doing a book signing there in August. And she's also teaching a class on tarot. And I also believe she's doing readings. Is that right, Julie? If you want to put a message in the comments so I can see that. And let's see. And then coming up, this is just off the top of my head. I should have printed something out. And Dana's in the chat room too. So if I miss something, let me know, Dana. Is my good friend from Ireland, Amantha Murphy. She is a guest woman. She's a Siobhan from Ireland, and she is coming back to Academy East to be able to teach an apprentice course in October. It's at the end of October, and you can go to starnations.org, go to the Academy button, and you'll be able to see the listings of the classes that are coming up and how to register. So with that, Carla Jo, do you have any closing words for everybody?
Just merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Blessed be. And I say, Bama Mina, thank you for coming and spending some time with us. And Bama Mina in Potawatomi means until we meet again. So good night, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday. Whoops, July 4th. You never know. I might show up just for a little bit. We'll see you soon on Star Nation's Communications from Home. Good night, everybody.